Hello, guys. Brandon Carey here, and today we are going back to Magic the Gathering Arena. Um, Today I will come to you with a oldie but a goodie. In terms of decks, it is the Jund Sacrifice slash Cat Oven deck, where basically the goal is to kind of abuse the synergy between Culture Familiar and Witch's Oven. Came out with a couple of other food generating effects and token generating effects to create big ups by sacrificing a bunch of creatures for value. And as you can see, like the biggest change to the deck since Eldraine is the addition of Woe Strider as another sacrifice outlet. But it's mostly the same deck we're kind of familiar with. It's become popular again now that companions have been nerfed. Oh, we should probably talk about that too, actually. Because since the last time we played Arena, there have been some pretty big changes to how how both companion works and in the ban lists. For example, in um, in standard, two really big cards got banned, and one of them here is Agent of Treachery. Agent of Treachery is a card for 7 mana. You can take control. You can take control of any target permanent your opponent controls when it ETBs. And there were two decks. This deck, the Winota deck, that focused on cheating humans into play, since Agent of Treachery is a human. And this other deck. Where is it? Yes, Urian Luca. Where you could use Luca, the new Planeswalker's -2, to essentially cheat in an Age of Treachery for almost free, and just win off the value of that alone. Because usually, in most matchups, when you get even a single one of those triggers for Age of Treachery, it's just the game over. The game is over at that point because the value you've accrued is so high that your opponent can't hope to match it. The other card that got banned, also for being absurdly high value, is Fires of Invention, which we've played a couple of Fires of Invention decks in the past on this channel, and that card is now banned. And the reason they cite is because any cards they were printing of high CMC, about like 5 or more, were inevitably going to be in discussion about how powerful they are in the context of Fires of Invention. Because you can cast those spells for free, even though you only get 2 spells per turn, casting 2 6-drops for free is absurd. It's crazy value. Plus you have the mana open to play creature abilities. And so having that there just constantly on the board, always being a threat, always signaling a bunch of high CMC cards getting cast. There was just no real way to design future sets around this, so they had to ban it. We also consider how powerful it was in the meta. Half the decks that you were seeing in standard were your Ryan and Fires of Invention decks, like the one you see here. Speaking of Orion's a companion. Like our good old boy, where is he? Loris. And the companion mechanic has been reworked. Companion now states that if your starting deck meets the companion's restrictions, you may choose for this card to be your companion, once per game, you may pay 3 generic mana anytime you can cast sorcery to put it into your hand, instead of the previous ruling, which was that you could cast it directly from the sideboard. As we've seen, not just in standard, but also in other formats. Like I wrote a bit about it in my Loris deck essay that I attached to all of these posts. Like, and you watch this on YouTube, you will see a link to a post about this deck and about Magic that I'm going to run tonight, which is the Jund Sacrifice deck. And I always include those. And in that one, I talked about I had another diatribe about Companion because of what we were seeing in Standard and in other formats. So I think Wizards of the Coast realized they made a grave mistake in evaluating the overall value that Companions would allow for the costs that you had to build around them. And for that reason, a lot of these companions had to be banned, or banned in formats like Loris, for example, is banned in Vintage and banned in Legacy. And it was such an omnipresent force. Like Loris in particular was a great example because Loris was seen in all formats as this really really grave force where because most formats you're not running many permanents aside from mana rocks. Loris doesn't provide you any downside at all. You might as well, it's essentially a free card at that point. But Companions were such a powerful and ubiquitous mechanic that they had to be addressed. Because this really isn't the way you're intended to play the game. It's supposed to be like a fun little addition, not a dominating force, which it ended up being. And so I think this isn't the way I would have changed it, but this is definitely a way to address it. Like in Commander, we weren't seeing a whole lot of issues. So there was no, like, that extra cost is essentially negligible in Commander format when you're already spending like mana on 6 and 7 and 8 drops. And in certain decks, like with the Orion deck, the 3 mana is negligible because you're already like ramping out massive amounts of mana, and your control deck you want to go to the long game, so you're going to have 8 mana to play. But a lot of companions like Loris is like the Loris Sacrifice deck is essentially been killed, because you just can't pay that cost. It's absurd. But all that said, I think we're ready to actually get started playing some games. Let's start jumping them up. Join them up. This hand sucks. This is better. I'm gonna throw this mountain on the... No, I should probably keep that mountain instead. Throw the Blood Crypt away. I do want to at least not hemorrhage out so much life in the early game. Demir colors, okay. So let's play this Trail of Breadcrumbs and see if it gets countered. It does not. Interesting. So let's swing in for 1. Interesting. If he had a move and he chose not to make one, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. I guess let's go to Swamp. You might have made a mistake in tapping out that early, but we will see how this goes. I haven't seen a Surveil deck in a long time. I used to run one way back in the day. You missed. You missed. Alright, I'll play... Should get a forest out, because we're gonna need some green. This is not the intended way this deck is supposed to win, but I can do a rushdown. This is doing nothing. I actually genuinely do not care if I had nothing in my hand. I haven't drawn anything worthwhile to save, so... Oh, bummer. Why'd you keep choosing the Mayhem Devil? That is not what I would be choosing if I were you. Are you gonna use the last Ashiok in your hand? There we go. Whoa, Strider. Whoa, Strider. Ah, we'll keep that. I could definitely use some food generators right now. That would be nice. Something tells me you don't have any board clears in that deck. You just draw a card off that, that's fine. Witch's Oven will be the target. Yes. Take them. That's fine. I generally don't think you can actually do anything to stop me, though, at this point. Because I can just do this. This is not how this deck's supposed to win, but, you know, I'll take the win. I'll take the W. I haven't seen a Surveil deck in ages, though. That's so cool. I love that archetype. It was a fun deck to play when I started playing this version of Arena after the open beta, after the open beta was finished, and they moved into live. That was a fun deck to play. But it's kind of outdated at this point. Okay. I'm really curious what this deck is supposed to be. let's start having fun. I expect that to get shocked. That's not what I expected to see, actually. Okay. That's fine. Hmm. This might actually not be that great right now. This is gonna hurt. Oh. I can just take one of those fuckers. I don't think I can actually stop him if he casts Infuriate. Oh! That works. Well, this really depends on what you play next, because if you play a spell and boost Dorat, I'm kind of screwed. Or if you have a shock, I'm essentially screwed. But we'll see how this goes. Oh my god! I can't believe that worked! Holy shit! I genuinely thought I was gonna get shocked and killed. Don't. Holy shit! That is That is unbelievable. Holy shit! Oh, that claim the first one was clutch. That was clutch as hell. This is gonna hurt. We're gonna take some damage playing our shocks. The other thing that I don't do as often as I would like to is use the Gilded Goose as a food production factory. If I had the mana open more often, I totally would. Wow, 3 Mayhem Devils. This might seem like an odd play, but I deny Teferi the card draw, killing, like, preventing her from drawing a card, while also, oh, I should have waited for my devil. Oh well. Made a mistake. But that also keeps her off her card draw. And that is more important. So I did lose my goose. I did lose the devil. But I have more devils. Vantress Gargoyle. 7 or more, unless defending player. 7 more card cards in graveyard. Unless you have 4 or more cards in hand. Okay. Well, he can block right now, which is why I'm choosing to halt. But if I can get Corvold online... Oh, bummer. I'm just gonna sacrifice it. That's a bummer, though, I'm not gonna lie. No. You can't block. I don't mind having a meaty graveyard. Yeah, you saw what was going to happen, I suppose. That's fair. That's a reasonable decision. I'm seeing a lot of odd decks today. That's unusual. So I haven't really gotten, like, the dream with this deck yet, but we've gotten close. We've gotten close to it. Like, the dream is to have Corvold in and then just do a bunch of card draw shenanigans. That's the dream. Hope we get to live it at some point. This is a good initial hand. I would rather go first, but this is a good initial hand. This deck loves going on the draw. Oh, we do have the advantage. Oh, this must be a mono green stompy deck. I expect a Yorvo on turn in the next turn. Oh. Put 3 counters on target creature you control. Well, let's not let you do that. Let's instead get rid of these. This is odd. Well, you have no, yeah, you're an illegal target at that point. Interesting. Making no moves. That surprises me. Okay. That's surprising. Let's swing in first. I'm gonna hold the priest back, actually. And I will summon a priest. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, honey. Okay, let's play. Honey, let's play. That's where the gold token from this set comes from. This card. I didn't know that this card existed. That's not a lie. I knew this card existed. I just didn't, you know, never saw it. Oh, that's a 4-drop. That sucks. There we go. Alright, now. Goodbye, food. And getting those counters in that card draw is a nice bonus. Yeah, this is a good state. Yeah, I can't complain about this. That's not going to be enough. You're going to have to swing. I'll take it. No blocks. He's claiming the firstborn's not doing much in my hand right now, which is the sad part. And that is giving me a lot of card advantage right now. I'm really able to keep up. Yep. Yep, that was well going to be lethal. The cat off in combo would have hit him for more, and then Corval would have been strong enough just to win in a single swing. Actually, I probably could have just used Priest and ended it there. Ooh! Oh, no swamps! Fuck. That sucks. This is a pretty low to the curve hand with all of like a lot of my essential tools. So let's start off. Oh, cycling deck. Okay. 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 This is gonna probably suck. Oh, okay. I guess you realize that I can only kill one of them at a time with this method. Though, honestly, I'm more interested in drawing the cards. Yep, there we go. That is how I win. That is how I win. This is actually a pretty good card to have. Do you think I won't? Do you think I won't? Do you think I won't? What are you doing? Okay. Do you think I won't? Do you seriously think I'm not gonna do it? Seriously, do you think I won't? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Damn. That must have been rough for that guy, realizing that he had no real way of winning. I feel bad. Oh, I feel bad. I didn't see I had the win until he started cycling through things. I don't have any of the pieces I want. This is better. Still not great, but better. I kind of hate this hand too, if I'm being honest. But it's also not the absolute pits. It's a hand I can at least work with, even if I don't like it. And I really don't like it. Alright, so... Trail of Crumbs. Really don't like this hand at all. And getting a bunch of lands is not helping me! Oh, I would love a Mayhem Devil right now. Do I just surrender at this point? You know, that's... I'm gonna pay that one. Start generating some value. Oh, great! Nothing to sacrifice creatures with. This sucks. I hate this. Oh, this is bad. Not the sack outlet. I can only hope that I am able to generate enough value out of this food kind of pseudo combo I'm establishing right now. Um, to just fetch the things that I actually want to play. Because this is starting to become really uncomfortable. Because I'm essentially sacrificing a food for a card. We will do it again. Alright. I doubt that deck has much board clear. Though it probably does have spot removal. If they kill my priest, I'm in a bad way. That is almost worse than killing my priest. There we go. This is a tough one. Because they are really outvaluing us, and it's starting to show. Who do you choose? You chose incorrectly.
Don't worry, I got this. Here we go.
This is an interesting stalemate. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm.
No more games. No, I am not making this up as I go. Stop that. Now. Enough. This is hardly my worst defeat.
Yeah, yeah. This is the dream. This we just lived the dream of a Jun sacrifice deck for a little bit, and once the dream happens, it's hard to stop the dream. That was poetry in motion. Just doon to doon to doon, sacrifice one, sacrifice this, sacrifice that, sacrifice everything, and then everything dies. You really can't get more beautiful than that. Except this. This is actually really good because we have Cat Oven on our opening hand, and we have a way of getting black mana. This is actually a fairly excellent starting hand. We're going to start by tapping, by getting black. So that next turn we can just Cat Oven. No, I was going to Cat Oven, but it might actually be preferable to do this. Oh, you know what? We're probably running competing decks. Oh, whoops. You get a lot of food. That's going to be great for you later on. I got a similar idea, so... We're going to hold steady for now. Alright. I like that you're keeping those untapped. Or that's so that you can get the sacrifice triggers when you're ready for them. That's clever. I like it. Whereas when you do play Mayhem Devil, it's going to die on the spot. And we are going to use... Yeah, we're going to use this to... Oh, that works. I wonder if they're going to start using food just to sacrifice it to have health. So they can use... Yeah, so they can use those triggers. Yeah, that's the smart play. Yeah, that makes sense. I would do that if I were you too. Because I'm starting to get my engine going. And I'm going to keep my options open because I can essentially play at almost instant speed at this point. Oh, I should have sung him with the familiar. That's my bad. That's my idiot fault. I'm not going to let you keep it. Are you out of your mind? Of course, force me to pop it was the smart move. Now you get those sacrifice triggers. Probably to my face. Oh. That was stupid of me. That was stupid of me, but also we're not in a bad spot. It's still worth it. It's still worth it. I still get cards out of this. Like, I'm outvaluing you by a country mile. Ooh! Now the question, do they pop that last food? They do not. Yeah. Yeah, you weren't getting the cards you needed. That was unfortunate. Also, holy shit, we're in platinum tier again. But I cannot complain about that. That was a good showing. And with that, we are good for the day. Take care, guys, and I will see you next week. Actually, I will see you on Sunday because I'm on call next week, so I won't actually be streaming next week. But on Sunday, we will continue with Crash 3. But for those of you who are looking for Horde the Card games, I will see you in 2 weeks from now. Until then, take care and have a lovely day. Black Lives Matter. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Social distance. All lives don't matter until Black Lives Matter. And defund the police and abolish the police. Either one, or both. Both is good too. But until then, take care and bye for now.